Would you like to learn what are the top 10 to 1000x altcoins in layer 1, AI, gaming and meme coins that could turn $1,000 into 100,000 if not $1 million? Nothing I say is to be construed as financial advice. Crypto is largely unregulated and high risk, and people who invest should be prepared to lose all their money, and everything I say to you in this video is for informational and educational purposes only. My name's Suppoman, your superhero of 100 to 1000x gems. I have found them, past, present and future. I have found 2 in literally the last few weeks. The first altcoin I'm going to be talking about is Solana. Now, the reason I'm talking about Solana is because I do think that this one is going to be kind of boosted by Donald Trump winning the election. And regardless of whether he wins it or not, I do believe that meme coins, and we are seeing Solana actually building the ecosystem in gaming and AI as well. And this is going to bolster the underlying value of Solana moving forward into a violent bull run. Now, I believe that as a result of that, I think that Solana is last cycle's Ethereum. Ethereum went from $90 to $5,000. It went to a $600 billion market cap. And I think that money could be flowing into Solana by the bucket load. And this could go near a 10x. Next, we have got Toncoin. Now, a lot of people are very excited about Toncoin simply because Telegram is the most used social media app in cryptocurrency. Every meme has got a Telegram, and every crypto forum, every crypto group is on Telegram. And that opens up the potential for Telegram to be a potential powerhouse. Now, at this point, at 11 billion, I think this is a very high value for this to make massive multipliers. If you've got a huge amount of money to begin with, then you could be putting it into Toncoin and making what I believe to be a decent amount of money if you are looking for wealth preservation. If you're looking for wealth generation, maybe not. But Toncoin, I think, if they implement their ideas, if gaming and AI and all sorts of tools can be put on Telegram, as well as all the chat apps, then we could be seeing a powerhouse. This, Telegram could be a perfect, almost Web3 environment where you could see all of these various different services. So as a result of that, I think that Toncoin could achieve a 10x. Oh, whoops, wrong one. Could achieve a 10x. Let me put that back. The next one that we have got is the one I just put out, which is Sui. Sui is my favourite layer 1 altcoin for this cycle. In the last cycle, it was Solana, and Solana did a 100x. Now, Solana started at a 64 million market cap in November 2020, which allowed it to be able to do a 100x. From a 5 billion market cap, we're already seeing a value that is nearly 100x of where Solana was before it did a 100x. So, this means that Sui, although it is the Solana of this cycle, although I believe this is going to be the #1 blockchain, we are going to see everything opening up on Sui. We're going to be seeing AI, we're going to be seeing more and more games, because they've got a games console coming out, as well as memes, which at this present time are getting stronger. So Sui, I think, is going to really kick off, is going to blow off during the bull market this time. And so I would say that Sui has got a large chance of a 20x maximum. I think it can go to $30, but it could do even better than that. Because Solana, I did not think would go from $1 all the way up to $260. The next one we have got is Aptos. Now, Aptos is very, very similar to Sui. It's a different blockchain infrastructure in terms of transactions per second, but they use a similar coding language, which is the Move language. And both of these, and they're both ex-Facebook projects as well. Or at least the projects that were coming out on Facebook which was like Libra and DM, the developers went off to start off Aptos and Sui. So I'm expecting that as a result of that, this is going to be like Solana versus Avalanche in the last bull market. It's going to be Sui versus Aptos. Sui is the Solana, Aptos is the Avalanche. Avalanche went from kind of $3 all the way up to around about $150. It didn't make anywhere near as big a multiplier. And I think similar this time. I believe that Aptos has a very, very good chance of making around about a 10 to 15x. So therefore, I put it up to around about 20x. The next one I've got is Internet Computer Protocol. Now, this one is like a stable coin. It hardly moves. It was $20, then it came down to 14, was 14 for the longest time until there was another leg down. Then this went to about $6, and then it's been $6 to $8 for basically the last 3 or 4 months. And people are like, well, why bother with Internet Computer when something like Sui, Aptos is way more exciting, and I've got meme coins we can trade now. Well, let me tell you something. On Internet Computer, you can trade just like you can on Sui. Sui have got Move Pump, and Internet Computer have also got a launchpad, which I think is called Bob. I think it's called Bob.fun. And you can launch meme coins on there, and meme coins have started doing incredibly well on Internet Computer. Now, they haven't gotten much coverage, because let's face it, everybody kind of likes Sui right now. Sui replicates kind of Solana, and that's why Internet Computer is kind of taking a back seat. But in the last bull market, Luna came from absolutely nowhere and was one of the 100x performers, and it wasn't even spoken about in November 2020. Now, Internet Computer, once upon a time, was around about $700. Was $700 once upon a time. Now, it has come down dramatically because, well, all the people that got involved in the ICO, they sold their coins at a massive high, and it's brought it right down to basically near a bottom. Where we are right now is just 2x from the bottom. So where we got to was about 292 was the absolute lowest price. And that's the lowest price ever for Internet Computer. So where it is right now is a 2x on top of that. So it really is very close to the bottom. And with so much ecosystem growth, I believe ahead for Internet Computer, I think this one's going to surprise everyone. And I think that this one could do upwards of a 10x. I think that this one, because a 10x would be $70. And I think this could go to maybe $150 maybe. So I'm going to put it in 20x. There is that potential. I just think that nobody's talking about it right now. So it hasn't got any of that potential ecosystem growth and excitement around it priced in. And I think it was kind of priced in earlier in the year when it was, $20. So I think it can go some. I think it will do some as well. The next one I've got is the Department of Government Efficiency, otherwise known as Doge. Now, should Donald Trump get into office, then Elon Musk is going to be one of his advisors. He is going to be working in Donald Trump's team. Donald Trump has already provided him with a position should he become president. Now, Department of Government Efficiency is the full name for Doge, basically. So the acronym of that is Doge. Now, in the last bull market, Doge powered into being a 300x coin just because Elon Musk got into it. Now, Department of Government Efficiency, if you look on Elon Musk's actual Twitter itself, or X, then you will see that he has actually put that keyword numerous times, and only in the last few days, in fact. Look, November the 2nd. So this is very much a trendy term that not only is something he uses, but if you acronymize it, it becomes Doge. And Doge did a 300x from a quite high market cap. It was in the hundreds of millions when it did a 300x. So it just goes to show you that this particular cryptocurrency is quite new. It has, it has been out for a while. There were way better times to get into it, like back in September. But I think that this one has got increased credence and credibility should Donald Trump become president, because that will allow Elon to have an even bigger profile and allow for this particular cryptocurrency to be the darling of this cycle. Particularly because he hasn't really talked about Doge a lot. And yet this could be the actual keyword for this cycle. So as a result of that, I could see that Department of Government Efficiency could do anything from 20, 30, 50x I think is a bit much. But, as I said, those are the 300x, so you never know. I'm going to say this one could be a 30x, so up to 50x. The next one I have got is an AI coin that I have covered before, an AI stroke deep in cryptocurrency I have covered before, which is Blender Network. And Blender Network is basically the ultra low market cap version of Render, which is distributed decentralized GPU power. Now, this is a way not only of being able to rent and lease this GPU power, but also a methodology to get passive income. So you will basically be able to have one of these big boxes, okay? One of these Blender boxes, the X1. And as a result of being able to lend out the power of it, you will be making a passive income, which can be given in a number of different denominations. So you will be able to get basically money in Ethereum, in Bitcoin, in USDT. I think this is one that has just not yet had that explosiveness happen to it. Like, we have been in an 8-month bear market, basically, that will be undoubtedly kicked off if Elon Musk becomes president. Should he become president, I could see us easily going to 10x the all-time high. The all-time high being about $4.50. So, this therefore would mean this could 100x. 1.6 billion? I don't think that would be necessarily unreasonable considering where we see Render right now. Render, at this present time, is a multiple billion-dollar market cap. Right? And this is coming back to basically near its lows. So I think that Blender has got an incredible chance of doing well. And I think that Blender, I won't necessarily say that this will 100x, but I think this one could 50 to 75x. Andy on base. So Andy is one of the Boys Club members. The Boys Club basically was born out of the success of Pepe. Pepe was born out of the success of Donald Trump's 2016 presidential campaign. And so Matt Fury's characters have taken on a world of their own. You are seeing tons of Matt Fury characters being released across multiple blockchains that are not the main Boys Club. But the main Boys Club is Pepe, Brett, Andy, Landwolf. So Pepe has gone to become $10 billion market cap. Brett has gone on to be a $2.7 billion market cap. And Andy, who is logically the third most important Boys Club member, is on 6.5 million. Just process that for a second. All right? Pepe, tens of billions. Brett, near billions. The third most important, Andy, 6 million. That's ridiculous, in my opinion. But shows the potential for upside. Now, Andy has gotten up to a 40 million market cap before. So this has basically come down nearly 10x from its all-time high. And the things that Andy relies upon is basically the success of the Boys Club, which will come during a bull market. All right, bull markets will kick off memes. Memes are going to do well, regardless of the circumstances, because they did well even during the last 8 months, right? So they're going to do super well when it becomes bullish. If Donald Trump should win, I should imagine that Bitcoin is going to be 100k by the end of the year. If Donald Trump should win, 100k by the end of the year. Kamala Harris wins, maybe an all-time high by the end of the year, but it's not going to be brilliant. So, if basically Donald Trump sends us into a super bull market, then Andy this could rip. This could rip immediately. It could almost 10x immediately. And in conjunction with Coinbase's smart wallet, this could do even better than that. All right? So this could be huge. This could go into the dollars. This could literally go into the dollars, particularly seeing how Brett has done. So I would say that Andy has got 75 to 100x chance. It really does. And the thing is it's been kept alive. And the quality of the tweets is exceptional as well. It's on one of the most, hyped blockchains without being, on the G chain. The G chain Solana is basically just a faster Ethereum. But the quality of the posts is excellent. The animations are brilliant. They haven't stopped. they'll never stop, I wouldn't have imagined, until the completion of the bull market. Next up, we have got Aiipad. Now, Aiipad, only today, and I've been talking about Aiipad for the longest time, it's just shot up today because of a pending centralized exchange listing. Now, I want this to be an example of what's to come from BlueZilla. All right, so I kind of am privy to insider talks, and I can tell you right now that BlueZilla got big things planned. Big things planned. All right, if you thought last market was the only market BlueZilla was going to be relevant in, think again. They are going to be coming out with a vengeance. They are going to be coming out with all sorts of cryptocurrencies, new blockchain launch pads, meme coins. I mean, there's going to be a ton of things. But in this particular scenario, AI coins, AI, I think, is going to be the #1 super trend of this cycle. It's already kind of had some very, very, pre-bull market pumps in this area. But I think nothing compared to where it is going to go. And although they've only brought out like one project or two projects on Aiipad, I think that they've only really tested. They were just, making sure that people knew they were still alive during the bear market. But when we come into a bull season, that is where BlueZilla really shows what they're capable of. And at a 5.1 million market cap, this one could do a 50x. It really could. Next up, we have got Bloodloop. Bloodloop has basically come right back down to where it was. Look, when I covered it, basically a month ago, it was just 10 cents, if not slightly under. Then it shot up to near 30 cents. So 3x'd, pretty much as a result of my video. And now it has come right back down to, well, today it was 10 cents. Today it's been 10 cents today. And right now it's just 11 cents. So it's come down 3x. So Bloodloop is a Call of Duty stroke Fortnite-esque game, basically. So what you do is player versus player. You win money by winning. It's very, very hectic. It's very colourful, hyped, busy, just like what you'd expect from a top quality game. And I think that Bloodloop has got really strong potential as one of the top crypto games. We haven't had a gaming season. That's why Bloodloop has shot down so much and is now near IDO price. So, in my opinion, Bloodloop, this is going to have like an Illuvium from the last cycle. Illuvium, I bought at $30. I sold near its top. It went to near $3,000. It did a 100x. And I bought it at $30. And I'm not a fan of buying cryptocurrencies in the dollars, but it went to thousands. And Bloodloop has better characteristics for an investor than Illuvium did in the last cycle. And I think that Bloodloop is going to be likely an Illuvium type performer. A $2.75 million market cap. This one has got really explosive potential. This one could do a 100x. Seriously, I think this one could do a 100x. So it could go either one of these. It's going to have competition in Shrapnel and in Off the Grid, and possibly Heroes of Mavia and other cryptocurrency projects. But at that market cap, it is, a steal. Compared to Shrapnel, compared to all other really top games like Heroes of Mavia, this is such a stupidly low market cap and has got potential, dramatic potential to the upside. Next, we have got my personal favourite gaming developer project, and that is WASD Studios. So, Gala in the last cycle was just a mega hit. A mega hit because it provided a ton of different titles. It wasn't just, one game where if it was unsuccessful, that crypto project would basically die. What WASD Studios allows for investors is a hedge with all of these different games. So they have got a fighting game, a drift-based game, a karting game, and a first-person shooter. So basically, giving them a title that is like Shrapnel, that is like Off the Grid, that is like Bloodloop. And that is what, in my opinion, makes WASD Studios awesome. Because you can play those right now and it's very, very simple. It's not like Gala. Gala, you have to wait for an opponent. You have to wait ages in a lobby. The graphics are superb with Gala, don't get me wrong. But simple, easy to understand and recognize games of different genres, Fighting, beat 'em ups, those are awesome. Shooting games, there's never going to be a lack of interest and audience for those. So therefore, WAS Studios at 1.7 million market cap. That's just so low, considering this is a games developer in one of the super trends of cryptocurrency, which is gaming. Why is gaming a super trend? Well, it's simple. It's because it's easy to explain to the neighbor next door. It's easy to explain in cryptocurrency forums if you're shilling something, right? If you're shilling a layer 1 or an AI project, somebody would have to really understand the intricacies of what you're talking about, particularly with blockchains. But gaming is simple, right? You've got a beat 'em up. It's a games developer. They've got a beat 'em up. They've got a shooting game. They've got a karting game. They've got a drifting game. It's easy to understand. Like, you could just reel off in one sentence. It's super. And it's a low market cap. So given the ease of what it is, the value proposition, you know, where Gala got to in the last bull market, which was $6 billion, that would be a 600x from this. I'm not saying it will do that, but I do think that this one, even from where it is right now, I think this has got, you know, kind of 100x potential for sure. The next one we have got is another game that I really truly love, and I am absolutely flabbergasted. It's now at the price it is. Now, I got into this at IDO. It is Star Heroes, and when I got into it on IDO, the IDO was 3 cents. Look at the price now, 3.5 cents. Now, what is Star Heroes? Star Heroes is a space shooting game built on Arbitrum. The colours are great. The smoothness is amazing. It looks like Star Fox. It looks like TIE Fighter. It looks like those Star Wars games. It's very, very simple. And it looks brilliant. And it's fast and it's on Arbitrum, which means it's going to be, you know, super cheap to transact. You know, something that I have found with, like, for instance, Steppen, and that being on the Solana network, is just how cheap it was to transact, how quick it was. But Arbitrum's even faster. So really, what you have got, and it's, you know, basically utilizing the security of Ethereum as well, and the reliability of Ethereum. So that's why I think Star Heroes is an undiscovered, kind of under the radar gem. With Star Heroes, you are able to play in missions, and you are able to get and earn coins of other gaming projects that they support. So when they have partnerships with other gaming projects, you will be able to get, basically win these coins as a result of completing missions. So that gives it a fantastic use case. It's a great idea for a game. And you saw the graphics is superb. I think one of the reasons that holds this back is because it is on Arbitrum, and as a result of that, it's not as easy, I suppose, to buy it. It's a bit like buying on base. You know, it's just an extra level of complication where it's not as easy as just, you know, as the back of your hand when you're buying something on Ethereum, you're buying something on Solana. But this will have its time. Arbitrum, I think, will also have its time. And Star Heroes, I think, is going to be a great performer, particularly because it's 1.54 billion. That is just super ridiculous for a, you know, basically for a game of this quality. You know, can you really, for what you're looking at is 1.5 million for a game of this quality. It's nuts. So anyway, so I think also that Star Heroes, this one I think has got over 100x potential. The next one that we have got is one that is my personal favourite Donald Trump coin. And that is Trump Sui. Trump Sui is MAGA on Sui, basically. This is the #1 Trump coin. And at this point, it is right back to the price it was pretty much when I first covered it. So, why I love this is because this is bringing Donald Trump onto the Sui network. Alright, so what you have is you typically have, it is derivatives in a way, but also it's not. So if you have got a main coin on a blockchain, that's where the money flow will go. All right, so MAGA is Ethereum. The money flow goes to MAGA. On Solana, there are a few on Solana, to be honest. And for Sui, this is the one for Sui. The difference being is the ones on, for instance, MAGA is like in the hundreds of millions. Solana, they're also in the millions. And then what you've got with with this is you've got 362k. For this, look at the presentation of Sui in this Donald Trump character. It's not just a generic Donald Trump character. This is a Sui-based one. It is through and through Sui-based on the fastest blockchain, the official Donald Trump mascot. And I think that this one, it's just not had the right market. But Donald Trump wins. If Donald Trump wins, this one could 1000x. Not saying it will, but it could, basically. Fingers crossed, people. This could be the beginning of a violent bull run. Donald Trump wins. I actually think that will kick off the bull market finally, because I think it's one of the triggers for the bull market. Till next time, people, I've been the Superman. You've been awesome. It is lights out.